I'm not trying to give you a hard time, brother.
You are, though, but that's okay.
No, we've had a lot of problems with different agencies. In fact, Lincoln County.
We all abide. Well, which county?
Lincoln County.
It's
I know you're
smaller,
Spokane.
Smaller sheriff's office.
Yeah, same with Chelan County too. These different
sheriff's
ones, they
office.
don't get the memo. I'm trying to get the Washington Criminal Justice Training Commission to train on this, but they don't train on
They don't.
First Amendment.
There's not enough time. I actually work at the academy as a TAC officer, and there's not enough time to put it in there.
Tell you as I'm recording. But anyway, I want to know what's the policy with the Spokane Sheriff's Office?
I'm recording now too. So.
Okay, great. Okay.
What do you mean by that?
About getting signatures in front of like Walmarts and stuff. If they call and ask you to make us leave.
No, we follow the revised code of Washington, which you're allowed to be here, unless of course you create what they call like a nuisance or something that nature, meaning that you stop people from coming in the store.
Sure.
You stop people, like you stand in front of them and you block them from coming in or going out.
No, I
then we
understand.
have an issue. But if you stand off to the side, just like what the revised code of Washington says, you're allowed to be here unless for some reason Walmart decides you don't, which of course you have to go through a different process.
Well, wait. If they decide we don't, then what?
It's a different process they have to go through.
Like what?
They
Like
have to
an
apply it to
injunction?
courts.
Yeah. So what RCW are you referring to?
You know as well as I do. That's why you're recording me.
I actually don't think there's an
You don't?
RCW. I think
There
there's
is
a
actually.
Supreme Court.
Yeah, and it was also adopted in a revised
No,
code of
they tried
Washington.
to. The legislature tried to a few years back, but
Okay.
I'd like to find it. Honestly, I swear
Well,
to God.
then we abide by whatever it
Well,
is.
what's
I mean,
what's RCW then?
I'm gonna have to look for it. You're gonna have to give me time.
Okay, I
Better look
got
up.
plenty of time. You know, I know you're working for Walmart right now, so. I really am not trying to give you that.
Well, you already know the answers.
No, I don't. I'd love to find that
It's the U.S.
RCW.
Supreme Court. I don't know if there is. All I'm saying is that we follow whatever was given to us, and I just explained to you what that was, right?
You said
Which
it
that
was RCW, so
I
wanted
believe
to
there
know
was,
that.
but if there's not, then there's not. And looking
If
at
you
what I
can
see,
find one, I'd love to find it. I just
just looked and it didn't.
Yours.
Didn't find one. The only one I found was a soliciting one.
What's the
Which you're not a
soliciting?
soliciting one. You already recited it to me. It's about the one about the fraud, and people shouldn't be being paid to get.
No, but
signatures.
they can. It's actually the Supreme Court tossed that out. The Washington State Supreme Court. You can pay signatures. We pay them all the time to get signatures.
Well, good. I'm glad they do it. But that's the only one I found.
In fact, I got.
See, that the thing is though, with the RCW, unless they send it back to the legislature, the law never changes.
No.
There'll be a case law, which of course the case law does not show up when we do the search on it.
Right.
So I'd have to actually go to Washington State Supreme Court's website and do it that way in order to look for them.
No, I've had officers say, "Oh, you got to have a permit. You got to have blah blah blah."
Did you hear those words come out of my mouth?
No, I didn't say it. I'm not giving. You're a great officer. You sound like you really know what you're doing. I really appreciate it.
I'm also on the TAC team for the county.
I think you're
which means that I
square
deal
away
with the
guy.
demonstrations and things like that.
Well, we've had a lot of problems
The only thing we worry about out here is not necessarily you. I explained to you the differences in that where they can ask you to leave or will be forced to make you to leave is if you go and you stop people from going in and out of the store. Now you're causing a problem in the store, so then yes, we can ask you to leave.
You know Mary Muramatsu at Spokane Legal Advisor?
No, I don't.
Okay,
That's not a county employee.
No, I know. It's city and county. I was actually a retired cop, so I understand some of this stuff,
Okay.
you know. But anyway, she came up with a policy for Spokane Police Department, which you don't have to follow, of course. But she says that unless the court has a specific language in that injunction to authorize law enforcement action, it's a civil matter, regardless.
Well, it could be, but that's what the city adopted. That's not what the county's adopted.
That's what the state has adopted, really.
No, you just told me it was a city that made
It
that.
was,
Okay,
but it's still...
That's not a state adoption because I don't have that anywhere in my stuff that I had to follow on that. Because if you're stopping people from coming and going...
We're not going to stop people. I agree you should make them leave if they're stopping people from coming and going. I agree.
And then I'm also here to protect too because of people to be harassing you. There's that other part of that too, that if people come up and start harassing you, then yes, there's a crime that they're committing.
Well, there actually is a specific crime with the 29A. But anyway, I appreciate it. You know, I'm not... I can turn this off now. I'm not trying to give you a hard time, brother.
You are though, but that's okay.